I'm Roberta Baikie-Anderson. I'm originally from Riglet, and I've been living in Nakummek now for the last about 14 years. Well, I learned how to sew different things like when I was like really young. Like I remember I was probably like 4, 5, 6 when I learned how, my mother taught me how to knit, and then I learned how to sew grasswork when I was really young. Now, every so many years, I kind of start different projects. Like a few years ago, I started making sealskin mitts, and then I got the urge and I started making a couple of bags, and I made a few for friends and family, and then I just kind of start making different ones as I got different ideas. And now I've moved on to doing coats, and it's like, and I've done wall hangings over the years. It's very intense when I'm doing a project. I'm like intense, but there's still something really relaxing about it. When I was younger, my mom's grandmother had an ulu that was always around the house, and it was always kind of this shape, and I always wanted one. And so a number of years ago now, I asked Dad to make me one, and I said I want it made just like Grand's ulu, and so make it in that shape. And it was basically kind of always had this curve to it, and with a very short squat handle to it. And so this seems to be the shape that I always tend to go. Like even with the jacket I made this winter, and I had the idea in my head I drew it out like a number of years ago. It had on the front, the shape came down in a pattern color, but it had that same shape to it, to the pockets. It's always something to do with the curve of the ulu that always seems to come out when I'm doing something. And I say someday I'm going to retire and I'm just going to sit up and sew all day for like a living or just for fun. But right now it's just kind of when I have time and got ideas.